Hello everybody, welcome back. Street Stock Series time from USA International. This is the C-Class Street Stock Series, so we've got cautions on. Short race though, 40 laps only. Interesting time, it is a early morning race. I don't know if that was a mistake on the schedule's part, or if they were doing that to try to keep track cooler, but either way. See how it plays out. Qualified second, right where I should be. Got a 10th, a little over 10th off of the pole sitter. If his rating is coming from Street Stocks, he should absolutely murder me. I'm guessing based on the number of cars and the strength of field, I think this is a single split race. Like there's like 20 cars in total in this. Oh, we just dropped one, but decent sized field for Street Stocks. Not a crazy strong field, but just a safe fill in since I don't really feel like running Martinsville or Daytona at all this week. So, probably won't run this much more, but see what we can do. Just going to try to get the best start that I can, not miss a shift, and hopefully be able to sort myself out in second.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Green, green, green.
Trying to time that start with the leader. That was kind of weird. Actually pulling ahead of the leader going into turn 1, which is not a good thing because it makes it very hard to slot in behind him.
Inside.
In front of the cars behind.
Still there. He's
Still
still
the
there.
advantage on the inside, so we're just going to let him go.
Clear inside.
Slot in behind him, stay in front of the 3. Hopefully the 2 of us can break away. Hopefully we don't get cautions. And I can just finish second where I'm supposed to. Because I don't think I'm in a prayer to get to the 1. Guessing if tire saving's a thing, they still know how to do it. And they still know how to go faster than I do, even while tire saving.
P2.
I haven't quite figured out how to drive this thing hard in the corners. I feel like not getting the car to slide and not too much weight transfer is the key to keeping the tires in good condition and keeping the pace up. And the setup definitely does not like weight transfer this week, especially on exits. I just haven't figured out how to do it like quickly. Like you can see the 1 is just so much faster. Well, the bright side is we're pulling away from the 7 and the rest of the field, so kind of using a late apex simply because there's nobody behind me, so I don't have any risk of opening up that inside line. If somebody were to get to me, I'd probably start entering a little bit shallower into the corners just to try to protect the bottom. It's still a bottom heavy line. But that late apex does help kind of maximize speed down the straights.
You've just done a 23.13.
Well, like I said, it doesn't really matter if I can't run consistent laps, then one's just quicker. So about a half second back or so. Just try to feel like I'm driving the car at like 90 or 95% easy on the tires.
Okay, Jake.
See if I can try to keep up.
Keep it up.
Pulling away from the 7 and the 3, and they are pulling away from the 12 behind, so strength of field's kind of starting to show its signs, people kind of separating themselves out. Hanging right around with the 1. A little too early of an apex that time. Basically putting in very similar lap times, although the 1 blinks now. There they are. Blinking would be a very scary thing if I got even closer, because I don't know where the car would reappear. Overdrove the entry to 1 a little bit. Kind of kill the run off the corner as well. Passing when somebody is as good as the one is also going to be very difficult. So they're going to know all the tricks. They're going to know where to make the right moves or not make mistakes. I don't really want to do it with contact if I can avoid it, but I guess we'll just see how it plays out. Not that finishing second is a bad result at all. Just always trying to give you guys my best effort.
23.19.
Trying to get back on that throttle a little bit smoother to keep it from sliding out of the corners, but seeing if I kind of pick up anything on exit. Too much slide there out of turn 2. Lap times are almost identical to the one. So either they're underdriving it compared to me, which will allow them to have more tires later on, or maybe I can actually hang with them. We'll have to see.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
A little bit too shallow of an entry that time into turn 3. Should kind of kill the run off a little bit. As I just briefly drag along the backstretch like an idiot. Thankfully it's the street stock though, and that won't really do anything. Didn't even register as an incident point. Hoping that this isn't the difference in the tires now starting to show up. That lap time was a lot closer than the previous lap. Overdrove turn 3 really bad though. Car just slid way too much. Got slower traffic up ahead. Trying to get there as best as I can. We're within a couple hundredths each lap typically of each other. So it's about as even as you can get. And we've got almost 3 seconds on the battle behind.
Your last lap time was a 23.34.
Overdrove one late entry as well. It's gonna cost me more time. Those are the mistakes that the one needs me to make. I feel like the one's doing very similar things to me. Like, it doesn't look like they're really pitching the car into the corners or getting on the throttle too hard and slamming the weight to the rear. Too early of an apex there in turn 3 and 4. I feel like this is going to be a who can slightly out execute the other driver. Be halfway done when we cross the line.
The track temperature
got
rising.
decent green
It's
flag
now
run
85 Fahrenheit.
Like to see it continue the rest of the way.
Halfway home. Fuel looks good.
One with a little bit of a slide there in the middle of 1 and 2. Can't really capitalize on it though. Like I might just be braking slightly later than the one. Maybe giving up just a little bit of time that way.
You're matching race pace.
It's going to be looking to get around the 19 here. As the one blinks again.
Coming up on your
19 goes way high.
outside line's clear.
This allows me to get through with no issue.
That lap time was 23.43.
apex again. A little too hard on the throttle that time. Slid it a little too much off the corner. It's going to be a big difference there. Gap's starting to open up a little bit more now between the two of us. 17 goes low to get out
Got
of
one
the way.
inside. Clear on the inside.
I think that's just where the one caught him. That was what he thought was the best move, so...
That lap was a 23.45.
And we get a caution.
Full course caution.
So, try to re-rack it again. Restart on the outside. And, yeah, hopefully I can just get away from the 3 and the 7 again. I'm sure that was the last thing the 1 wanted to see. I think, might have been driving. The tire's a little bit harder compared to the 1, and now you're starting to see
Race cars out. Line up single
the
file
difference in
behind
lap times.
Hawkins.
Like I said, no shame in losing to the 1.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
No shame at all. The 19 behind will get the repass. Be great if we could just get 2 to go here. It's gonna go to the inside. It's an interesting way to go. Most drivers usually go to the outside, but hey, no big deal. So the most when we get the green, most we could have is 11 laps. We could have less than that potentially. Just have to see. Yeah, looks like now it's going to be potentially 10 laps. Not really sure where the 7's going. It's just, yeah. I don't really know. I don't have an answer for what that move is all about. And here they come again.
Pits are open.
My pacing is difficult. That is my only answer for what that move is. Finally get the 2 to go.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
Still 10 to go once we get the green. Did the 7 just drive into the wall? Looks like the 7 might honestly be driving into the wall. Which is pretty great, but also scaring me considering they're going to be restarting behind me. Here they come on the outside. Now they're checking up. You know, my biggest worry about this race was going to be whether or not the 7 would do something stupid behind me. Alright. Try to get as good of a restart as I can. Maybe I can get a slightly better jump than the initial start of the race.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
There's just not enough power here to like create wheel spin or anything like that to where you could, you know, hope that the 1 would wheel spin and I could try to get in front of them into 1 that way. I think the 1's not going to make the same mistake again. So my goal is just to stay in front of the 3 and the 7 if I can. Well, you know, Dale Sr. behind me's got me worried that I could get taken out.
Green flag.
It's a very odd restart again. We've got the 7 just pounding on my rear bumper. The 3's lined up behind the 1. I just completely overdrive turn 1.
Low side, you got one.
So, for Forget about second.
Still there.
Third's gonna be tough.
Still there.
Gotta run the high
Still
side
there.
into 3. 7's gonna try to dive underneath.
there.
Are we gonna go 3 wide?
Still there.
Is the 7 just gonna line up behind the 3?
He's still there.
7's lining up behind the 3 to freight
Still
train.
there.
P3, you've just done a 23.88.
Yeah, I completely screwed that restart up.
Hold your line.
And
Keep it
I
together,
just
hold
am
your
not
line.
fast enough to battle on the outside.
Keep it steady. Still there.
7
still there.
drives into me.
Inside's clear.
Alright, perfect time for me to get loose off the corner. So we fall back to 3rd. Maybe I don't even have anything for the 3. I don't know, I'm gonna have 7 laps to try to catch back up. 7's now involved with the 12 behind, which is good. 12 actually gets ahead of the 7. Time to settle down and see if I can try to catch the 3. Get back to what I was doing prior to the caution. If I can do that, hopefully should be able to get back to the 3.
Your lap time was 23.20. P3.
Got 1 slow, that's the 14. Last time by was only about 300ths faster than the 3. Not enough time based on that pace to get there as I slide too much off of turn 4. So that's the problem of restarting on
Full
the
course
outside
caution, be
on
careful.
something stupid, although we get a caution for, I think that was the 14 parked up high. So now, with what is likely going to be a green-white checker finish, I have the shot at trying to get to the inside of the 3. Take second back.
Pace car's out. Line up single
I think I'm
file.
gonna have the 7 behind
car
me
number
again,
03.
though.
We're under caution. Pits
7 will
closed.
likely get even more hyper-aggressive. 12 will be lined up on the outside of me.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
Sorry if you're hearing not fun sounds. I'm currently dealing with allergies like no other right now. We've had a bit of a warm stretch here. Everything has decided to bloom. And with that, I've just got a massive onslaught of allergies. Really bad. So, trying to do the best I can to work with it, but it is not easy at the moment. So we've got Rusty Wallace right behind me, and the Intimidator outside of them. Both of which I thought I could have been ran into by under this caution. They seem to be a little bit better formed now. So now, redemption chance, get a better restart than the last one, just stay right on the back bumper of the 1. And hopefully get by the 3 before a caution comes out. Steal second place back. That is the only goal off this restart. Unless the 1 does something stupid and wrecks the 1, or the 3 does something stupid and wrecks the 1. Get extra laps. So as long as I can keep it clean, it's technically more to pad the
Pits
safety
are
rating.
open.
Try to build the safety rating back up, I guess.
What about for fifth?
14 drops out.
We're under caution. Pits closed.
felt like the one has done this weird restart where like pace car pulls off the one, waits a little bit, then the one starts getting on the gas without going full throttle and kind of increasing. If that's gonna happen, I don't know what's gonna happen off this restart if the one does that again.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Because I know the 7's gonna be pushing all the way through 3 and 4 down the front stretch in the 1. I don't know what the 12's gonna do behind the 3, so we're just gonna hang on and pray. These cars can take a couple bumps, but they're not the best aligned to be shoved with. This in a second gear now to be ready. Get close to the 1. Just wait to see if there's gonna be a checkup.
Green flag, we're racing.
7's gonna look to bottom.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
Inside line, you got one. On your right.
Just try not to drift into the 3.
Right side.
I can stay here. Should have a decent shot at trying to
still
take
there.
away
Keep
2nd
digging.
from the
Full course
3.
caution. Watch out.
Nope. We finished 3rd because we get a caution from behind. I attempted that restart as best as I possibly could and
We're
just
under
could
caution.
not
Pits
get
are closed.
the
Pace car is out.
the
Line
green
up single
finish. So,
file behind
third
car
place not
0,
bad. 1
3.
spot off, really. Again, I mean, it was my fault with the dumb mistake on the second to last restart, but
Pits are open.
nothing could do there, so is what it is. Good win by the 1. 3 did exactly what they needed to do to seal that spot on the second to last restart.
Clear up high.
And yeah, nothing else I could do about it, so. Got somebody blown up on pit road. Here comes the 7. So 3rd place,
Well done, Jake.
not bad
Great
for
drive.
a
That's a podium.
street stock, I guess. Guess we'll take it. Just get parked up here, pull out. Not really a whole ton to look at. I mean, we can look at that restart. Like I said, then I messed up. Get the overlay off. But really, from our perspective, not too much to look at. Tires were 88, 81. Temps were pretty even, so I'm pretty happy with that. Slid the rear a little bit too much. I think that was probably hurting my drive off. A little bit more on the 1, might have been slightly better on the right front as well. So let's jump out and look at this restart. So I laid back too much, I would say, based on that. Laying back too much. It's hard, I don't intentionally do it, it's just hard for me to see. Like, I'm always trying to see the right front wheel. 7 shoving me there. 3 was almost locked to the 1, so I had no room to cut down anyways. Overdrove 1, which is going to allow the 3 to further to my inside, but the 3 is already there anyways. Not even clear here, so. And then just really overdrove 3 badly. Like you can see, I pushed up a full lane. So, completely my fault for just overdriving that first lap. And at this point, just trying to do what I can to get in front of the 7. I think we make contact. No, we never made contact. If we did, it was netcode. So we're coming in, the 1's coming up, or the 7's coming up the track, and then the 7, like, I'm starting to turn in, but I'm planning on giving the 7 this entire lane, like, basically kind of following where the 3 is. And the 7 just drives it in hard, deep, tries to turn it, and as soon as it puts the left wheel input, it just slides him, and he's got to catch it. So, I don't remember if we got netcode out of that, but that was not my fault at all, and I felt like I gave him the whole lane to the bottom, so it's not like I cut way down from the wall and, you know, came across him or anything like that. So, tough break. You know, just poor execution on my part on that restart. You know, wish we could have just stayed green because I felt like I drove the first half race about as well as I could have done. Unfortunately, just, you know, messed up the one time that it mattered. So, and unfortunately, we couldn't see a second lap on the green-white checker to give me a shot to try to work back by the 3. So, 3rd place, nothing to sneeze at. Not bad. Just knock off another race that I normally don't run and just learn from it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Love to hear from you guys, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast. your races are clean and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.